Morning, Internet. This is Andrew Chen with AsiansOnFilm.com, and joining me I have Keo Woolford, who's here promoting the film The Haumāna. Thanks for coming and joining us. So tell us a little bit about your film.
All right, so the film is called The Haumāna, and it's about a boys' hula group, high school hula group, who lose their teacher, their kumu hula master teacher, and the least likely candidate is appointed to lead them into a cultural event. And through leading them, he reconnects with the culture he previously abandoned.
Oh, okay, so kind of a coming of age or finding oneself story. Where did you come up with the idea for this story?
Okay, so the story actually is based off of my one-man show, Island, which is a solo show about how I find my identity through traditional hula. It's actually loosely based on it, so it's not like a direct adaptation, but parts of that, the issues and the themes that I went through are now dispersed through the different characters in the film.
Oh, okay, so a little bit of you everywhere.
A little bit, yes. Definitely part of the experience that I had, and also I'm being a hula dancer from people that I know, things that they have gone through as well.
Okay, now are there a lot of male hula dancers? Typically what we see on TV in our small American, vision, it's always females. But the males, they do like the fire sticks, or is it still hula with the girls?
That's a very good point. It's not, now, part of the reason why I felt very strongly about doing this is because a lot of people don't know. I lived in London, I lived in New York, and to some extent parts of Los Angeles, where people don't really have, they have a misperception of our culture and about hula. I am a very proud hula dancer, and when I would get shocked responses about people who didn't even realize that men danced hula. It is a very specific, in the tradition that we learned that hula was actually done by males, and it wasn't until the influx of the capitalism that it turned into a way to lure tourists to Hawaii. Okay. And so that's when it sort of, of course, women danced hula long before that happened, but the whole, image that had been shown was the one that people have in their, in general, right. About the swaying hips and the coconut bras. And actually, the fire knife is from Samoa and not Hawaii. Oh, okay. But because, again, as something to draw tourists there, they sort of, there are shows there that go and touch on different parts of each culture.
I see. That's interesting. So sex sells, and that's why the females got prominently featured, I suppose.
Well, I guess because it was geared toward bringing money in, and so the people that had the money were rich white men.
Right. So, with that being said, Asian men are also sexy, so they should be featured as well and bring the females in, right? Because they're the ones telling the husbands where they want to go. So is that kind of the message you're trying to send with the movie? Or?
Well, I just love the idea that we are able to show our masculine, sexy sides of the Asian Pacific Islander male without it being so in your face. We just are who we are, and without even trying, we can show that and be ourselves, be sexy and masculine without trying.
Right. Awesome. That's what I'm trying to do too.
Yeah. You're doing it well.
Thank you. So now tell our audience where they can see this film during this film festival.
All right. So it's opening tonight. Tonight is Friday, May 3rd at the DGA 1, and it will have a repeat performance May 11th at 5 o'clock at the Long Beach Art Theater.
Awesome. Now, outside of the film festival, where else can the fans see your movie?
Well, right now, it's we're planning on screening at HIF, and still working on where else it could be screened.
Okay, awesome. Great. Well, congratulations, and thank you for sitting down with us. It's great seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
Sure.
Nice to meet you.